shouldn't be writing reports anymore, then we will be happy to amend the proposal and leave that part out, so they won't be writing the reports anymore.
KPSV.
I agree that we need to discuss the IP even further, the whole structure. But the thing for me is that because they have the official status and other EPSA affiliates don't, it makes it unequal in my view, and it's not regarding the structure because we will discuss it even more during meetings with IPs and all of it. It's not the time, but it creates an inequity because Twinnet coordinator can organize 10 Twinnets, and national IP coordinator can promote one placement, not get one, and still be an EPSA official, and an alumni, and the Twinnet coordinator cannot.
Eva?
In regards to becoming an alumni, the executive or the GA can designate alumni status to anyone else that we feel contributed enough to EPSA. So Twinnet coordinators or all of the other positions can also get that status if they ask specifically to receive it.
Viewpoint, Eva?
Eva President, so I will share the executive's opinion on this. We do not agree with the motion. We believe that NIMS, when performing all of their tasks, provide a lot to EPSA and help bring the association forward, which are criteria to become alumni. We agree that the NIMS have not been performing their tasks in their entirety in all countries lately, as their tasks include not only promotion of existing placements, but securing additional ones. In the past years, the numbers of placements secured by NIMS decreased, but EPSA was centrally able to compensate for it. The executive wishes to focus on ways to increase the NIMS engagement in EPSA and ensure more placements come in from their side, as the aim behind NIMS is to have a person on the local or national level advocating for the project and looking for placements while also helping disseminate it and assist the interns. So we intend to look for ways to encourage the NIMS to start performing such tasks again, and for this reason do not believe taking away the status of official and with it the right to become an EPSA alumnus, as this will demotivate rather than motivate NIMS. And in any case, we do not think the right to become an EPSA alumnus can be measured by the amount of work that has been done, as the alumni have contributed to EPSA in many different ways. So in the end, we believe the fact that they do contribute to EPSA and its growth qualifies them to become alumni. We support that each member association should decide on their own whether or not to have a new position, as their workload depends on the local or national situation a lot. However, we wish for the member associations to be more active in this project, which usually does not happen after a new position is moved under an LS position. We wish to help the NIMS realize their full potential and the full potential of IMP as a project, so we have been organizing trainings for them, but we will investigate other ways to do so. Removing the designation of official from the NIM position we feel will only exacerbate the problem, not help solve it, especially if the NIMS will still be expected to perform all of their duties. We need engaged individuals on the local, national level advocating for the project and bringing in new placements. We believe the structure of the project, as it is now, needs to be changed, but it is and to be utilized to the best of its ability, and we intend to work on that. We wish to achieve that with making the NIMS more aware of their tasks and by creating a good reporting system as an example. So to conclude, we agree that there is a problem, but we do not agree with the proposal on how to tackle it. We would like to see the IMP as a project grow, and for that to happen, we feel NIMS are very much needed, so we plan to invest more time in educating the NIMS and the member associations on their tasks and the importance of them.
Okay, so I will take this as a viewpoint because it was really extensive. Okay, so first I have Katarina, and will be also a viewpoint, okay? No, so PFS, okay.
In BFS Belgium, I say, taking into regard that everyone can become an EPSA alumnus if they contributed to EPSA, I think we should take in mind what is general rule and what are exceptions. If we, for example, consider the amount of NIMS that actually contributed to EPSA, I understand it is more like exceptional that like the minority of the NIMS contributed a lot to EPSA compared to, for example, Twinnet coordinators, and we can't I think still make these active NIMS EPSA officials if they contribute to EPSA. And we should, I think, just think about what is general rule and what is exception, because if we if we make a general rule like everyone can become EPSA alumnus, that's no, sorry, I was mixing up words. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so that because you pointed out that also active minutes coordinators can become EPSA alumnus, and I think this is also the case for EPSA who are very active. So that was actually my point.
Any comments regarding this? If not, I will take just a sip of this.
It's just that. Yeah, thank you everyone for explaining the executive point of view. I agree with a lot of statements that you stated, but in general I disagree with the opinion of the executive. In my opinion, I think that if the names will be taken away, the official status, this would like not demotivate them, because for example we have minute coordinators and other representative that in my opinion are even more motivated and they don't have the official status. And for example, yeah, we could do like give EPSA official status to the minute coordinators and also other representatives, but however this would result in having like huge amount of people having EPSA officials, and I don't really see that this is a good thing.
EPSA.
As I stated in the beginning about regarding the official status for everyone, we can discuss it another time. Now it's on this proposal. If people feel like everyone should have the official status, put in a motion and we can speak about it later.
Now I have a new point from CPSA.
Eva, CPSA Croatia, so thank you to the executive for providing their opinion. We mostly agree with the executive in terms of people can become alumni even when they're not in the official position if they contributed enough to EPSA. But we feel that NIMS should not generally stay EPSA officials, but the ones who are like really performing well and who will keep performing well in the next mandates can also use the options and become the officials.
Thank you. Technical quiz.
Chris Thresher, is there a helping team member present to turn on the air conditioning because it's getting very warm here?
I have a new point with PhD.
Hello? Okay. Matthias, PhD Germany. We also agree that the EPSA official for the national IMP is a unequal status towards the EU prof representative and the credit coordinator. And we also discussed this intensively in our own association. However, we believe that the whole project itself should be re-evaluated, and we believe that we should also discuss this in the evaluation rather than changing parts from it right now beforehand.
Needs just done. I would just like to answer to the point that was like stated earlier about that the executive can decide if certain individual has done a good job to like appoint him as an alumni. For example, if the NIMP wouldn't have the official status, if there would be like a certain NIMP like that has done a very good job, executive can still decide to give him the alumni status. So yeah.
KPSV.
demands, and I would like to stress out that this motion won't work with retrospect. You know what I mean? That the names who are names right now will still be officials because they are elected as officials, so it will be for the future, but the current ones it will affect them.
Svetlana?
Svetlana, I just wonder, how do you measure that and say when does it become inactive and when not, because the appointment of NIPS is a matter of the National Association?
It's a direct. Just as a
It's just right
Svetlana? Nate, please repeat, and after that I will give the Svetlana the speech.
So yeah, in my opinion, is like, for example, if this proposal passes, that like new coordinator, new NIPS that would be like elected after today would not be ex officials anymore. So yeah, those NIPS that have ex officials like now, we still will have ex official, but then those who will be elected after, if this proposal passes, they will not have a ex official anymore.
Svetlana, do you still?
No.
Okay. Now I have Baran.
On this coordinator, I'm sorry, just give you information. In some associations, lead position also covers the three net coordinators' tasks. So it is also up to you to restructure your position if you think that the lead has not had enough workload. Just like with this information, I think the main point should be the evaluation of the project rather than the name.
Thank you, Baran. Thank you, Baran. We were not discussing this right now. I will give the floor to Eva.
Eva, President. So yeah, on behalf of the executive, I wish to raise a concern because what you guys are discussing now is whether someone has done enough or not. How do you measure that someone has done enough? We believe that if someone contributed to EPSA, even in a small way, he should be able to become an alumnus. There should not be a limit of the amount of work he did. All of the RSs also do not perform, all of the team members do not perform. How do you then justify that they all get the status and NIMS should not? We believe that everyone that contributed in EPSA in any kind of way should be eligible to become an alumni, and that this is very demotivational to just take the status away because you think that they do not do enough, instead of motivating them to do more.
EPSA.
Maybe these events, the thing is, we spoke about it earlier, everyone can become an EPSA alumni if they apply for the training exactly seems appropriate, but that doesn't mean that a position should have the status, and then, like, there's a difference. I think, of course, if people contributed, then they should, but they still can, even if this can scale it.
Now I have Akon.
Yelena of Austria. So what we actually really want to stress out about this motion is the thing with the reports, because if you, like right now, are also comparing them with FINET coordinators don't write reports, and we feel like writing a report is not a motivational factor. So I would really stress out to amend the motion to cut out the reports because no one will read them. Not all of them will write them, and 20 coordinators don't write them and get everything is in the 20 coordinator like balance report, and I think Sim can also do that with the outcomes with his report. So I really stress out to amend this and cut out this report part. Thank you.
Point of information, Eva.
Eva, President, I would just like to inform you that if you take away the NIM reports, the RSs will be the ones that will have to report on the NIM's work in addition to the 20 coordinators and everyone else.
Do you still have the diagram? No. I will take the new points that I have. Keith, please remind you to do only one new point.
Here's one. So, again, I don't think this discussion is necessary. I'm just not sure if it's the right time to make a rush decision. I think this discussion is needed. More time might be needed, but my biggest question for you is actually what is the work of an hour a month, an hour a year, 1 hour a week? Isn't it something that can be done by VLS as well? If you guys put like 1 more hour a week on your work.
So your question is how much time does me do? Does like, for example, how many hours per week? Yeah. I would say like I don't know how much you guys do it, but for example, during this year, I was like just maybe 1 hour, or not even that per month, 2 hours per month.
First I have the EPSA, then Keith.
During PSO Belgium, I think that it was a suggestion to put the NIF and LS together, and I think we discussed this during the LS meeting, and it was like general opinion that if you would put the NIF workload to the LS portfolio, that's already so full that the NIF project will even become more on the background, so it will not be beneficial to the NIF project. That's what we discussed, like in a general opinion.
Guy, do you still have? PNPSC?
In the Netherlands, in the Netherlands meeting, it was also mentioned that it is up to the association to decide this. If they want to combine it, combine it. If they want to combine it with Twinnet, do it. It's an internal thing. But this is not about combining stuff. Let's keep it to the motion and not about combining the structure or what you do internally. It's about the motion, not about combining positions.
Thank you. I have BPSA.
Sally BPSA UK. So in regards to this, I feel like we as member associations are mature enough to be like, okay, we're not really doing anything for the IMP project, so we're just going to step down as NIPS. But we would like to think that there are associations that have just a NIP, and that NIP puts all their time into their project because that's the only role they have, and they do secure placements, internships, and they do the work. So we just feel like, because of associations like us, who have every single EPSA role combined into one person, because of us, associations that actually would put the work in it, if maybe the IMP project itself was restructured, if the handbook maybe was restructured, because of us, people like that shouldn't be disadvantaged. So, yeah, you know, if it's an EPSA official position and you have one NIP doing the NIP job in your association and they actually do a good job, that should, you know, you shouldn't get rid of that. Whereas associations like us, and maybe there's others that don't really do anything, the right thing to do is to take that responsibility to just step down. You know, not everyone needs to do anything. And in that way, you will avoid the fact that he's not doing anything, but then still receiving the EPSA official status.
KPSC dropped, so I have a new point from CBD.
I would just like to see the opinion of the GA. For example, if this motion is carried and the names are taken away, the EPSA officials, do you think that they should still write the report or not? Green emoji for reports and red emoji for
To everyone understand, it was a red emotion card, so to not write the reports, I have now a direct from my pad.
Portugal. So I agree to not have reports for the names because they are not anymore official. That does not make sense, but they have to be included in the LS report because people have to report the work.
And I must think.
I'm a woman. So then if the LS is responsible to write the report, who is accountable for the work? Will it be the NIP or will it be the LS?
it's just an opinion, so NIP will be responsible for the work, but yeah, regarding the LS report, LS will have to work with NIPS and yeah, NIPS will have to present the result of his work, so the LS will write.
Eva, President, we disagree. If the LS is the only official, he will be responsible for all of the tasks. For me, for Twinet, for everything. There must be someone responsible for everything who is an official. So we cannot say that the NIM will be accountable, the LS will be accountable.
First I have the FSO, then the
I believe we as a Belgium, we agree with Eva. We think this can be an internal matter as well, as you can just decide this within your national team that the NIP should assist the LS to write this report, so that the workload of the LS is not elevated that much. So I think this can be something that is up to the member associations.
Do you have it, Kiev?
In KP's unanimous, I would like to stress that one more time that we are discussing the official status and that was already pointed out that everyone can become an EPSA alumni if they apply and the ESA approves. So active Twinet coordinators can be active names if this can be, but we make sure that there's an equality between all of them. That's it.
The PhD.
Constantine, PhD. We're now discussing a variety of ideas, like what about alumni status? What about the workload? Can we abolish the NIMS at all? Who is taking responsibility? This is really not the place for that. This is GA, this is a decision-making body and not... I mean, like, we all like to discuss, and we all like to change ideas, but this is not the place for it. And we see from the discussion that this is not a motion which fits all of the needs that we have for our IMP project. So I really urge you to decline the motion, and this is why I now want to end the discussion of proposal 9.3.
Second idea.
I have a 9 point. I have a technical first, PhD.
The motion was
Oh,
proposed
the
and
motion,
seconded.
yeah. So I need to do the motion first. I have a 9.3 proposed by PhD and seconded by Artful. I open the floor for discussion. Can speak?
Is unanimous, we going to amend the motion, so we can still discuss it because we did the motion cards and everyone did read, so we agree that we should take the handbook part out. And we'd really like to do that before voting on the motion. So I agree with that the discussion is over, but we want to amend the motion before voting on it.
Any more comments?
It's just a opinion, yeah, we are not going to decline the motion, we would just like to see what GA thinks, and yeah, if the GA is not going to accept it, yeah, we'll accept it.
Any more comments on the 9.3? So we will proceed to the vote. Anyone against?
Okay, again, when we have a vote, raise immediately. Don't look around, don't yes, no. If you want to vote, vote immediately. And we will now redo the vote because votes are going up and down. So do that, please.
Anyone against the procedural motion? Seven votes against. Any abstention? All those for? Votes for, the motion was carried. So now we'll proceed to read the motion again and we will do the vote. The 57 EPSA General Assembly adopts the changes to the EPSA terms of reference, Article 8.1.3 and 10.1.6 proposed by the NKSC, the Netherlands, and seconded by the Slovenia. Now we will proceed to the vote. Anyone against? Seventeen votes against. Any abstention? 2 abstentions. All those for? Eight votes for, the motion was not carried.
We accept the result, but I think the Janine would probably agree with me. Since we were preparing for this motion, we had some fruitful discussion, and we came to some really nice conclusions on how can we improve the IMP project. So I would just like to stress that when the IMP project is going to be, or it is going to be restructured, yeah, we would really like to help them, and yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now we will discuss the late submissions.
9.12. Second.
So I have a 9.12 from AFOP, seconded by SNAP Sweden. So you really need to state the article. AFOP?
No. Jelena of Austria, so just a short explanation why the late submission. We as AFOP really prepared, also with our seconders, in advance this motion and discussed it very intensively. What happened, why it was late submitted, was that our LES really has some important exams right now, and she just completely forgot the deadline. It was like just lost track of time, but I can assure you that the motions were prepared enough in advance and everything was completed. So I really would kindly ask you to, vote for it. Thank you.
Only to clarify, this 9.12 goes to the both late submissions. Okay? So any more comments or questions on the 9.12? Are you ready to proceed to the voting? So let's proceed. Anyone against? Any abstention? The procedural motion was carried unanimously. So now I will read the first motion. The 57th EPSA General Assembly adopts the changes to the EPSA terms of reference, Article 2.1.6, proposed by AFOP Austria and seconded by SNAP Sweden. Now I will give the floor to AFOP.
Jelena of Austria, so just a short motivation behind this. As you can see, this is a really small change that can have a huge positive impact. And we as AFA believe that official documents have to be updated consistently, and we feel that with this motion, it is the only proper wording for such an official document. If you like see it, and yeah, I think it's clear, and yeah.
Snacks. Scrutineer, please, snacks.
We would just want to agree with what was said by Ahmed, and also say that the torso is EPSA's most governing documents. Therefore, this is a very serious matter, so please be quiet while I'm speaking. Thank you. The torso should represent EPSA as an organization. EPSA is an organization of future university graduates. It's an open organization, an organization of the future pharmacists, whom being a part of the healthcare professions will meet people of all different backgrounds, and therefore also all different genders. And we are trained to meet and treat every patient equally. EPSA is not an organization of ignorant people who are afraid of change, something that I believe everybody in this room and at this conference can second me on. The torso should reflect this. Therefore, SNAP Sweden is proud to be signatories for this important motion that we believe brings EPSA into the future.
Thank you. Now open the floor for questions. I have Eva first.
Eva, President. So yes, the executive's opinion. We agree that everyone should be represented equally and everyone should be respected. However, we investigated this, and the UN Declaration of Human Rights uses he. Other documents use they. Some documents don't use anything. Some documents use he, she, and we're talking about constitutions, statutes of different associations. So there's no correct words to use, and we believe the statement we have in Torso right now already gives respect to everyone, and it clearly states that he refers to both genders. So we do not think this motion is necessary, as there is no correct way to refer to everyone.
BPSA, United Kingdom. Bullshit, Svetlana.
I love how in the quote that you used, it says that every child needs to know that he is loved.
BPSA.
So I think that's an example of how it's badly used, because every source is there. But the point is that, okay, we're going to sound like snobs here, but we are the native speakers, and also I'd like to point out that I speak Ukrainian, Russian, and Polish as well, so I understand the difference in languages. But, like, honestly, whenever I hear the Secretary General, needs to do this, it hurts my ears. And I would like to point out that I understand it also defines that there's two genders, but there's more than two genders. Not everyone defines as male and female. We are the future, and we need to be a bit more progressive. I understand we have a diversity of different cultures, of different beliefs, but I think this is the kind of thing where even if you don't fully agree with it, you kind of have to take a leap of faith. You have to trust us. You have to trust the native speakers in this case. And I assure you, our constitution uses they, our statute, sorry. I checked. And we always use they. It's very, very strange to hear he. It's even more strange and more difficult to hear he, she. There's no need for this when you can use they. I understand it might be difficult for you to convert to it, but this is one step towards the future, and it shows a lot about what kind of organization we are. It shows a lot about what kind of people we accept and respect. And you can't, please tell me why you're against this, and I really want to have this discussion because I understand why, for some it might seem like a big deal, and I just want to stress, and we want to stress, and Mara is a very, very native speaker, that this is very, very important. And I'm a bit ashamed because I read the minutes from Barlow, and I could not believe this was not carried. So I'm really, really going to try and convince you all, and so will Mara.
Thank you. Now I shift to the Slovenia.
When it's issues of Slovenia, yeah, I agree with the idea of the gender identity. I agree with the fact that everyone should have the same rights, should be like treated the same. But I disagree with this motion because I don't see like anything like that. I don't see that the EPSA will benefit from it somehow. And for example, I also think that the documents would be even harder to read. So yeah, this is my opinion. But don't get me wrong. Yeah, I really support that everyone should have the same rights, stuff like that. But yeah.
BPHD chairman.
Constantly BPHD Germany. We would like to express our support for this motion. We believe that ideas follow the way we speak. And this is why we need to seek to adjust our language in order to fully realize what the language means and the ideas that stand behind it. And I do believe that stating he in all the official documents may be a way which has been officially recognized in the past decades, which is fine, but society is evolving and this is really important, so we have to reflect that change, and as a student organization we should really be on the tip of the spear on this change. Also, this goes in accordance to our position in Barlow, where we also stated that. And I really want to also express that we are having this discussion in Germany as well. And we have an additional problem because German language doesn't reflect any gender-neutral ways of calling people. So we either have he or she, but we don't have a gender-neutral they. And that is why I love the English possibilities, that there is a possibility to have a gender-neutral pronoun, and this is why I really would like to see that implemented, because it is so easy and it makes such a big difference. Thank you.
Clarification, PMPHE.
Netherlands, I was wondering if this motion gets carried, do you have to change the statutes as well?
Eva, President, the statutes already use he, she. So, yeah, that's the term that's used there. If this motion is carried, it does not mean that we have to immediately amend the statute, but we would investigate the need to do it.
Now I have CPSA. Svetlana, it's a direct.
I actually think you would need to change the statute because it's also one of the regulations that we have, even though this is sort of that is coming from the statutes. Still, I believe that you want to reflect that, at least that I understand that the motivation is that you want to reflect this in all official documents, and statutes are one of them. So yes, that I think would require a statute change, which is also this. Oh, not tricky, but it takes time.
Yeah, President, yes, we agree. What I would like to point out is that the statutes cannot be changed in a second. It will take at least one mandate, if not two, because it needs to be properly investigated. The statutes are a very important document, so yeah, just to say that this will not be able to, if we decide to do this, we won't be able to do it in a matter of months, but it will rather be years.
BPSA, the driver.
We just want to say that just because something takes time doesn't mean that it's not important. Obviously, Sally said what BPSA thinks. We want to stress how important we think this is as the not being native speakers. Just because something takes time doesn't mean that we shouldn't do it.
EPSA.
EPSA Croatia, so having been an OP in Manila as well, joining this discussion back then, CPSA's opinion hasn't changed since, and we disagree with this motion. We agree with everything and support what the executive pointed out. And we believe that this sentence, having been in Warsaw, explained it well enough, and that such change wouldn't benefit us.
I'm free.
Seconded.
I have an amendment 3 from Sofia, seconded by CPSA. Right? So I open the floor for discussion, and I would like to ask for silence on the room, please. First, I have Afo.
Yeah, of course, first of all, I think we as proposer should be allowed to state all of our opinions. So, yeah, but the 9.3 was proposed, but I wanted to say there was all of those who are against it didn't say any good reason why. Yes?
We are discussing the motion, the 9.3.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, please just let me finish as a proposer. Vote against it, please let me finish my statement. Thank you.
Pass for it. And BPSA?
Sally, EPSA, we don't want to close the discussion because we feel that some associations haven't said anything, and we want to know your opinion. We want to know if you have more questions because we cannot stress enough how important this is. So this decision needs to be informed, and the only way it can be informed is if we continue the discussion, and it shouldn't just be the top VIP popular countries that are always speaking. So please, I urge you all to speak up.
Direct CPSA.
CPSA Croatia, we don't feel that many associations haven't stated what they think because they're emotion cards, and a lot of people in the TA use them and stated what they think. So
I have a new point key.
Before closing discussion, actually the process is still not clear. Because before you change stores, we need to change the status, because the status cannot be matched stores, and stores cannot be matched status. So that's just, in terms of process, it's become clear that before we change stores, we need to change the status. And that are in French.
This is not about the 9.3.
But it's clarity on the process.
Any more comments on the 9.3? Clarification? KPSP?
In case of Netherlands, I still need some clarity about the whole statutes thing because Ever said it's allowed to change them afterwards, and now someone's saying that it's not. What is the actual, I don't know.
Eva, President, so right now we're discussing closing the floor, so we cannot discuss what will happen and how the procedure will be. It's just about closing the floor. If you want to discuss further, you should reopen the floor.
Are you comfortable to do the voting? So, anyone against? Any abstention? Twelve votes against, 1 abstention. All those for? The motion was carried, so we will now proceed to the voting. I will read again. No, we will proceed to the vote. The 57th EPSA General Assembly adopts the changes to the EPSA Terms of Reference, Article 2.1.6, proposed by AFOP Austria and seconded by Senate Sweden. Anyone against? Any abstention? All those for? Eight votes against, 19 votes for, the motion was carried. Now I have PNPSV.
Mainly based on Netherlands, can I make a point that asking the exec to send us an email about what is going on with the statutes regarding this? So if they are going to change it and what is the time frame? Because I think it's really important for someone.
Thank you. Now we will proceed to the next late submission, proposed by AFOP and seconded by the KNPSC, the Netherlands. The 57th General Assembly adopts the changes to the EPSA Terms of Reference, Article 3.5.4, proposed by AFOP Austria and seconded by KNPSC, the Netherlands. I give the floor to AFOP.
Jelena, of course, so the motivation behind this is that we are all these, we know how much preparation a GA needs and how stressful it can be during the GA. And we as AFOP see this like the election of the HLM as a very important decision, and we need more time for it to discuss it in our association. And we have SODs are already stressed out in the General Assembly with elections and other stuff. We really need more time to make a decision, and we can't do that if we have like 24 hours before that. We can't have, like, we don't have enough time to discuss it with our association. This is really important for our association. Yeah, that's the motivation behind it. Thank you.
Thank you all for the NPSC.
Me, in the Netherlands, the thing is, we are voting on a really, really important title. And the thing is, some of the LSs have been, some of these are going with them for 5, 6, 7 years. Some of them, this is their first event. And we are voting on such an important thing that you can't, if you're your first time at an EPSA event, I'm for sure you will know the name that they will put up for HLM. And I don't feel comfortable in voting on it without having the option, the time to discuss it within my association. I need the time to discuss it with the alumni, people in the Netherlands who are active, people in the KVC as well, who know this person, who have worked with them, know what they contribute to EPSA, and I think we need more time than just 24 hours.
Thank you. Now open the floor for questions. Eva?
Eva, President. So again, the executive's opinion. We understand the motivation. However, first we wish to provide you with some background information that could be important for this discussion. So until a couple of mandates ago, there was no deadline for HLM nominations, meaning that ODs only received them at the GAs. Because the GAs back then said that they should have more time to properly research the nominees, the 24-hour deadline was established. It's 24 hours, not 2 weeks, because the aim is to keep such nominations secret from the nominees, and the longer the period, the higher the chance of the nominee finding this out. And in addition to that, HLM nominations are very important, we agree, but it's also a very sensitive thing. Each nomination will have people supporting it and people not supporting it, and the longer the period, the more different information will be shared, and not all the information will be true, because every nominee will have someone against, and it could be very detrimental to the process if people that are against prevail, because the reasons might not be actually valid. So I would really urge you to consider this, because we want the HLM nominees, of course, to be evaluated properly, but also not to cause damage to them or to their reputation by rumors and lobbying.
I vote with the direct.
Yelling out of Austria, we as AFO disagree with this because we have seen that also in 24 hours there can happen a lot of lobbying and a lot of false information going around, especially if devotees are too stressed out to really talk to their own association. And we are not confident to cast a vote on this important decision if we don't have enough time. Like I said, we feel that even more false information can happen in those 24 hours as we can't get to our association properly.
Yeah, President, I think you misunderstood our point. We're not saying that you should not have enough time. We're just saying that the time period that you're proposing is very long and could be detrimental. We completely agree that you need enough time, but please consider if 2 weeks are actually the time that's needed.
Yeah, so.
During VLSO Belgium, I would like to state that we, as VLSO, and I think a lot of other associations, need this time of 2 weeks to have discussion on this at our team board, to discuss this with our members. And I think that rumors go out not within the association, the member association, but they do go out if you have to discuss it during the Congress, because so many people are around. When you if you want to have a phone call on that, you never have your private space, you have to discuss it with maybe other people who are on the Congress, and everyone is just walking around you. I don't think that this will affect this, and we will, as a member association, I think we can be professional enough to handle this confidentiality.
PhD.
Concerning BPHD, I want to express our support for this motion. In BPHD, we have kind of cautious tradition when it comes to HLMs. In our 70 years of BPHD exists by now, we have acquired 3 HLMs. So I think by this measure you really see that we think that this is an extraordinary high status, and it also comes with a lot of rights. So we really feel that this is an important decision, and it should be based on facts. Because it should be factual. Mostly it is about alumni, so we don't know them personally yet. So we have to go back to our alumni, go into contact with them to really understand, okay, what was this person, how did he do during his mandate, or how did he contribute to EPSA, and really do a lot of research about this, because again, this is an important decision. And from our feeling, 2 weeks is even the small time frame for this important work. So we really feel that this motion should be carried. Thank you.
I agree with the direct.
of interest. I do completely support this motion. I think transparency here is key. Sometimes I've seen HLMs being accepted or not accepted actually based on emotions and things done on the GA, and I don't think it's right or wrong. It's a decision that GA took at that moment. In this case, I'm actually completely pro-transparency. I agree with what Sofia said about making all that investigation I think is needed. And guys, honestly, getting up to time, up to date, 1 day or 2 weeks in advance, we will know it. Anyway, we always know it's just a question. Then we look very surprised and we cry, but it's, we always know.
Nate, Slovenia. So yeah, I would like to stress out that Justice also agrees with the proposal, because I think HLM is a very important title that only a few people can obtain. For example, if you can check the EPSA compendium in the 4 years history of EPSA, only 20 people have this title. And yeah, voting for such thing is, I think, very delicate thing. And for example, knowing the application about 2 weeks before voting would improve this selection. Moreover, I believe that, for example, if you received the application only 24 hours before the voting, this could result in the audience not obtaining the bigger picture, and it could also happen that the audience could be overwhelmed about everything. So yeah, and it would like result also that they wouldn't be able to look at the situation like objectively.
9.3.
Second. I have a 9.3 proposed by AFOP, second by the VFSO. I will repeat, proposed by AFOP, seconded by VFSO. I open the floor for questions. I close the floor for questions. Anyone against? Any abstention? The motion was carried unanimously. I will read again the motion. The 57th EPSA General Assembly adopts the changes to the EPSA Terms of Reference, Article 3.5.4, proposed by AFOP Austria and seconded by KPSV the Netherlands. Anyone against? Any abstention? 2 abstentions. All those for? Votes for, the motion was carried. Only to remind you that we will still have the regulations suspended.
9.13. Seconded.
I have a 9.13 proposed by the FSO, seconded by the AFOP. I open the floor for discussion. I close the floor for discussion. Anyone against? Any abstention? The procedural motion was carried unanimously. We have our regulations back. We did not receive any changes to the standing orders. Now we will proceed to the handbooks approval. Technical.
Yes, President, so since we just have 10 minutes left of the session and Marin is delivering a workshop in the next session, I would propose that we proceed to the appointment of the chairperson of the Autumn Assembly, if that is okay for you guys. Okay, so yeah, we'll go to that point now.
I will read the motion. The 57th EPSA General Assembly appoints Marin Tushinets as chairperson of the 16th EPSA Autumn Assembly. I open the floor for questions and comments. I close the floor. So now we will proceed to the voting. Anyone against? Any abstention? The motion was carried unanimously.
President, yes, since now there are only 8 minutes left and there's more scheduled for handbooks, are you guys comfortable with proceeding to Kevin's and Diogo's reports? Did you manage to read them or not? Green or red? Okay, so we'll take Kevin's report first.
I will read the motion. The 57th EPSA General Assembly accepts the following coordinated annual Congress report 2018-2019, when coordinated. I open the floor for questions. I close the floor for questions. Anyone against? Any abstention? One abstention. All those for? 26 votes for, the motion was carried.
President, yes, since we had an abstention, I will ask again, are you ready to proceed now to Diogo's report or not? If you did not manage to read it yet, please raise a red card, because before I only saw green. Okay, so we will not take Diogo's report right now. Yeah, and with this, since all of the other points are scheduled for a longer time frame, and we do not have Tony here right now for her discharge, I will propose to proceed to a break. Just to remind you what we have left for after lunch. We will start with handbooks to approve, exec motions, member motions, reviewing the list of EPSA working statements, 42nd EPSA Annual Congress Preparation Discharge, election of HLMs, any other business where we have Diogo's report, and then the discharge. But I saw a comment in the back, a technical.
Nihil. And I will press the facilitation to happen.
Michiel Lams. I was thinking about the torso changes, and the terms of reference changes need a 2/3 majority to be accepted. Right? They all have to.
Okay. Another technical.
This was not really explained, so that's clear, I think. Another thing is Torso says it should be voted on by secret ballot. That was not done, so you could argue that the voting is now invalid. And biased. Because 2.3.4 states that it should be voted on by secret ballot. That was not done. So. Yeah, the nation argue, we can tell that it's not.
For some of the but for some of the points you also had the torso being suspended, so you could do whatever you want.
Okay, can we please follow the speaking orders? We cannot hear anything you guys are discussing back there right now. Okay, thank you. So I will now ask all ordinary members to raise their voting cards and the scrutineer to collect them. In order, please, Martin, but you can start at the back. With BPSA. And I will just remind everyone that the standing orders are still in effect, so if you could wait in silence. Oh yes, in the meantime, the executive would also like to raise a concern in regards to what I was saying yesterday when I warned everyone to please not, can we have silence in the back please? To please not share the internal discussions. Some of the candidates who were elected yesterday were made aware of things being said against them. Some of them heard certain comments against them. I would like to remind the GA that you elected everyone that was elected yesterday. You are also the ones that voted against the ones that were not. So please respect the decisions and do not try to work against the next team. You should support the next team, and this is a very bad situation. The new exec is now demotivated because of this. So please do not share any such things around. Do not share what was done in internal discussions, and try and support the candidates even if you did not support them in election. And I suspend the standing orders.
Here we are.